All right, traders, very good evening to you all. This is Avil from the Tradepsyche, and I welcome you all to the post-market analysis, outlook, and expectations for tomorrow's market. Tomorrow will be Friday, this week's last trading day. Saturday, the markets are closed, but Sunday is budget day, right? And probably Saturday or maybe Saturday evening or Saturday morning, I'll release a video that how to handle the budget. Can the VIX be crushed? Because VIX, after getting increased to the levels of 15 almost, it has come back to, if you can see, the VIX has come back to the level of 13. So if I'll take you to the chart of VIX, so this was the peak VIX at the level of 15.516, and from that it has crashed to the level of 13. So we'll discuss on Saturday's video that whether on the budget day you should sell options, you should buy options as an option seller or as an option buyer, what exactly you should do, right? So in this video basically we'll discuss about the crucial levels, which can be some of the crucial levels for Nifty and Bank Nifty for tomorrow's market, and we'll also discuss that what exactly happened today, and we'll continue our discussion on Nifty and Bank Nifty from yesterday's video. All right, so without any delay, let's straight go to the chart. But before starting the analysis, I'll be leaving the link to my Telegram group in the description box below. Do check it out. If you are an intraday trader, positional trader, or a swing trader, you should definitely look at that group. It has a basic nominal joining fees, but we post real-time updates, OI data changes, the bias for Nifty on intraday basis. Each and every update we give about the markets, whether the markets are looking bullish, whether the markets are looking as bearish, right? And we also give our views on some of the stocks. Of course we do not recommend it, but it is our view. If you believe in us, if you trust in us, you can definitely join that group, right? It has a nominal fees joining. I'll be leaving the link to that Telegram group in the description box below, right? So let's start the discussion. Let's go to the charts, right? And taking a continuation from yesterday's analysis, if you guys remember, if you guys have watched yesterday's video, what exactly did we discuss? We discussed that the closing is bullish, right? Because we are closing off prior daily high, and I do not see any bearishness as of now. And I mentioned that unless and until we sustain below 25,190, do not try to short the market. And I clearly mentioned that unless and until we sustain on hourly basis. So I'll go to the probably hourly time frame in a while. But today what exactly has happened, I'll remove all the drawings here. If you see on daily time frame, markets went till, as I always talk about, right? Markets went till 200 DMA, and exactly from that point markets took a sharp U-turn, right? Why? And this was the point, I think, last weekly analysis video also I discussed. If bulls are not liking a certain place, if bulls are not comfortable, the bears will take over. But bulls are looking comfortable around 200 DMA, which is 25,000. Why? Because one, it is a psychological support level. It is a 20 round number, 25,000. So many people may think from their perspective that yes, it might be a good point to invest. Plus we have been falling from past 1 month almost. If you go on weekly time frame, last 3 weeks have been bearish, right? Even, and one more point, I just saw that on weekly time frame we have weekly 50 EM. So last time whenever we saw weekly 50 EMA, can you see what has happened, what had happened last time? 4 weeks of bullishness, then a sudden dump. So this also might is possible, right? So we might see 4 weeks, 5 weeks of bullishness, then a sudden dump might come the fifth week or the sixth week. So that is a later part, that story might unwind at the later point of time. But we'll discuss that. What did we discuss yesterday? Apart from this, we discussed that unless and until 25,190 sustains on hourly basis, do not short the market. We looked at whether it sustains on hourly basis or not. But we also discussed that no trading range for you tomorrow will be 25,190 and 25. I'll bring back my levels. 25,190. These are our levels which were discussed yesterday, right? So above 25,190 we can definitely target 350, and above 350, sorry, above 25,350 we can target 25,500, and above 500 we can target 25,750. So today the markets have given a breakout above 25,370, and for the whole day I think markets were because today was Sensex expiry, and yesterday, if you guys remember, I mentioned that Sensex expiry, I'm not seeing it as a plain expiry, right? So we broke down on 25,190, we broke down 25,190, but on hourly basis we again came back up and closed above 25,200. So yes, we did not close below 25,190 on hourly basis. And this I discussed exactly in my Telegram group, that we are breaking 25,190, but it is very important to sustain on hourly basis. We did not sustain on hourly basis, and result we are seeing. So why the markets took a very sharp U-turn from at this point? One, it is 200 DMA. Two, it is weekly 50 MA also at around this level, right? And what we discussed in weekly analysis video, when the markets will come out of a sell on rise pattern for the short term, when the markets will try to form a pattern like this with a supportive trend line. So exactly the markets are doing the same way. I hope you are trying to understand what I'm trying to say, right? So now what next? Now, as we discussed that, if you guys remember, if you guys watch my videos regularly, we discussed that yes, at this point of time, because earlier also this has happened the same way. I took you to history. I made you look this part. We have fallen. We fell from 26,300 till 23,800. The moment we hit 200 DMA, a good amount of support came. So exactly that is happening, and at this point of time also, I think 3 to 4 days back also we discussed the same, if you remember, and it is exactly happening the same. Now the question is, till which point this pullback can come, and what is the apt point to short back again? Now, continuing our yesterday's discussion, we still have not crossed this first crucial resistance zone. So what did we actually discuss yesterday? That yes, above 350 we might do 25,500, and 25,500, if at all we reach 25,500, then the markets will take a decision that whether to cross this zone or whether to take a resistance up. So still now, today we are at 25,422. Still till tomorrow, I think this small move is remaining till this big red candlestick, right? So there are many points. We also discussed this, that this big red candlestick, if it is retraced by more than 50%, we can target 100%. And what is the 100% level? The 100% level is, I think, 25,560. Almost, right? So many points we have discussed, and today I think, if you on a minor time frame, if you look, the 20 DMA has crossed over 100 DMA. This can be considered slightly negative, but it has happened. So this was all the analysis what we had did yesterday, and now let's talk about what can happen tomorrow. So I'll remove this level. So now prior daily low is almost same for both yesterday and today. Prior daily high 25,450. That's it. Only simple one single level, 25,450. Above 25,450, you will definitely see this zone, markets approaching this zone 25,500, 550. But at this zone, why we have to be very crucial? About 25,450, if at all we sustain. So today also, what did we discuss yesterday? Above 370, if at all we close a 1 hour candlestick, we can initiate a long in the market. But the candle itself, the early candle, while we wait for the confirmation, that's why we were not going long in the Telegram group, right? Why? Because I wanted one early candle to sustain, and the moment it sustained, right, after that we did not see any move, correct? So I was plainly waiting for this to sustain, and the moment it sustained, it was already 2 o'clock, 2:30. So I thought there was no point to add long. We'll look tomorrow. We'll look at it tomorrow, what happens, right? So I'll bring back my levels. So now the discussion remains the same. Above 25,450 tomorrow, you can target the first level as 25,600, because this is this candle's high, and 25,500 will be seen as a good resistance. But I think this whole zone is a good resistance. So be careful at this point of time. If you are long from this point of time, then try to book your shorts longs here, right? Another point we mentioned, that in the moving averages setup, once prices break 5 DMA and 20 DMA, and 5 DMA cuts 20 DMA, we can initiate the short here. Same is going for this point of time. The prices have started sustaining a 5 DMA. So unless and until we close on daily time frame basis, below 5 dma, I don't think so there is a need to short the market on positional basis, right? Apart from that, what else we can discuss, right? So above 25,450, today's day high, we can target 25,600. But above, if it all we start sustaining even on 30 minutes basis above 25,600, sharp short covering will come till 25,750. So be prepared for this move. Although today, let's go to early time frame. Today we were not able to play this move. Why? Because I was waiting for the confirmation to happen, right? So as soon as the confirmation came, I think there was no time left in the market to initiate a good long. And there is also one more kind of price action which is called the box theory. The box theory technically says if a box is getting you know broken out, so exact length, exact height of the this one, what do you say, exact width of that box, exact range of that box can be covered on the upside. And this box is exactly coming, the higher point of the above box is coming exactly at 25,833, which is also the next major resistance in the market, right? So from this point of time, if you remove each and every line, even each and every support or resistances, there is a good amount of probability that markets might do this. Yes, right. If so, to how to tackle this move, how to play this move, I'll tell you. I'll bring back these levels. So on smaller time frame, which is hourly, which we are on currently, if it all on intraday basis, tomorrow we break down below 25,350. So at least this zone you cannot trade, because this will be a volatile zone from prior early from 400 to 350. Don't trade this 50 points. But if it all we break below 25,350 and we sustain on 30 minutes or 15-minute basis, I think from 350 again we can go back to the lower range of this box, because that's what exactly box range does. As I showed, as I made you show that we are in a box. So it is also, this move is also a good probability at this point of time. I have already told you that how to tackle this move now. But if at all we go above, we start going above 25,450, trade till 550, 600 blindly. As today we traded above 350, 360, a blind move came till 450, 500 almost, what we discussed yesterday, right? From weekly perspective, if you want me to discuss, see, we are almost above more than 50 percentage of the prior weekly candlestick. Tomorrow is Friday, tomorrow is the last day. If at all we close this green candlestick like this, the next 2-3 weeks can also be bullish. So we can retrace till 26,000, and at this point of time we can again take a good resistance, right? Getting my point? So now overall from my perspective, still I do not see any negativity in the markets unless and until we close below prior daily low. Yes, today we went for a breakdown. At this point of time, I'll go to probably 5 minutes time frame. We'll discuss that on the basis of opening, how can we trade the markets. But in this part of the move in the morning, it almost felt like the markets will break down, but it was 200 DMA, and it was also good support from where markets yesterday started the rally. See, now just remember this point. This level, if you see, broke down, so this became a resistance. Then again a hit, it did not break out. Again a hit, again a hit, again a hit. So 4 hits to this resistance level. If a resistance level is being hit multiple times, it becomes weak, and that resistance becomes a support. Got it? See, now you can say that this has happened in the past. You can easily say how to deal with this in future. See, now this was a crucial resistance, 25,350. Now whenever the markets will come back till 350, you won't look for selling this. You will try to buy this, because this was a resistance level. Markets keep continuing hitting this level like multiple times, third time, fourth time, fifth time also. And when the fifth time broke out, retest, continuation. So now whenever if you see Nifty coming at this point, you will try to buy the Nifty. You won't try to sell the Nifty here. Correct? Yes, of course, if you will buy here and markets break down, That is a technical SL that you have to take in the market, right? But this is how you deal with the market, correct? Now, if at all we open a very big gap on the markets, do not try to chase the market, because we will be opening on a good amount of resistance. So if at all we open a big gap up, there is a high chance or high probability we might reset that gap created. If at all we open a big gap down, I think, if at all we open a big gap down somewhere below 25,350, I will look for selling opportunities till this what we have discussed, right? So tomorrow opening will be very crucial. If at all we open in this area, wait for the markets to come for a resistance, or wait for the markets to break out this channel, this resistance level, right? All right, traders, I hope for Nifty the price action should be clear. Coming to Bank Nifty today, yesterday, what did we discuss? Same prior day high, just our prior day high, initiate a long. Go to early time frame. This was prior daily high. Initiate a long here. 1, 2, 3. You got a clear cut move till 60,000. This is exactly what we discussed yesterday. Now, Bank Nifty is also at very, very crucial resistance. If you see this, Bank Nifty tried to break down. Bank Nifty has actually created a huge amount of volatility. So if you remember, we were discussing in Bank Nifty from monthly time frame perspective. I think that these 3 months the Bank Nifty went bullish. These 2 months have been on a pause. On weekly time frame, once we discussed this, I remember bullish and bearish. Sorry, bullish flag and pole pattern, right? So this bullish uh, flag and pole pattern, right? In this red candlestick, red weekly candlestick, it tried to break down, but now it has reversed. So whenever this kind of price action is there, and even if you see one weekly candle is green, the other is red, green, a big red, which has almost taken out each and everybody's SL whose SL was here. And many people, they were anticipating that yes, the bank Nifty, even we anticipated, but this has totally reversed. And this theory which we discussed, that 50 percentage of candlestick, 50 percentage candlestick retracement rule, that if 50 percentage of any candlestick is getting retraced by its next candle, there is a high probability that it will go for 100%. This is a pure example of this theory, same theory. Right now, again, that bullish pole and flag pattern has been validated. Again, that has come into the picture, and if we break out of this trend line, by technicals you can see a move equal to this range. I'll take this, I'll paste it on the upside. Yes, 67,500, because it's a, I think, 2 to 3 month long consolidation. If this happens, this looks very huge target. This will not come in 1 week, but this might come in next 2 to 3 months, when Nifty will also break out above 26,300. And this move only and only will take Nifty to 27,000, 28,000, right? And that's what Bank Nifty is waiting for, and that's what Nifty is waiting for, right? I hope you get my point, what I'm trying to say. So how to capture this move in Bank Nifty? If you're a Bank Nifty lover, I think just above all-time high, which is 6,400. Now we are at 60,000. So we are only and only away about 400 points, right? 5980 we are at. So tomorrow's daily high is 60,000. 60,060. So above 60,060, the first level which you can target is 6250, 6400, 6500. Above 6500, Bank Nifty is a open sky. 61,000, 62,000, 63,000. Of course, it will not come in 1 week, but it will definitely come. All right. So this was okay. We'll go to early time frame and we'll discuss that. Still, I think I'll say this, that Bank Nifty is in a long box range channel. You can consider this as your box, and if we start taking resistance again from 6250, we can again do this move, again come down, and then again a chance of breakdown from this channel. or from this thing. So be careful at the upper end of this box, which is the level of 60 to 50. But from weekly perspective, I think what is being shown, what is being uh, you know displaying, what is being displayed, I think it's a bullish price action. All right. So this was Nifty and Bank Nifty. If at all we want to go on 15 minutes time frame, if at all we open a big gap up, maintain a buy and dip strategy on Bank Nifty. If at all we open a big gap down roughly around here, I think the first support will come at 59,700 and the second support will come at 59,250. Where to short Bank Nifty? This is an important question. Do not short. See, 50% retracement of this green candlestick is roughly 59,700. First short might come below 59,700 till 59,300, but aggressive short will only come below 59,000. That's the only opportunity for short here, right? We'll discuss the OI data, the change in OI data. Almost 1.2 cr of longs have been added and only 7 lakh of shorts have been added. So data is purely bullish, and I see with this aggressive bullish data, let us check that whether longs have been added in next expiries also. Yes, almost 11.3 longs have been added, only 9 lakh of shorts have been added. This is being reflected in all for 17th Feb also. If you can see, 2 lakh of longs have been added. For 24th Feb, which is the monthly expiry, 15 lakh of longs today added. So today the data is ultra bullish. And now we above 25,500, we can, I am this much confident that I think we can definitely play the move above 25,500 till 26,000 and 26,500. Today the data has really, the data which has got added, it is really bullish, right? All right, traders. So apart from that, we'll discuss the gold silver price action. The gold, it is being little bit volatile as of now. All right, and if at all you want to see gold, let's go to basically hourly time frame. And yesterday the gold in the global market, it rose about 6 to 7 percentage. And as soon as the MCX opened today, we take we took that change into effect. That change came into effect. So now there's a huge fair value gap between 172 and 185. So if at all today we break 182, currently we are at 185. So today, if today we break 182, we might slide down till prior daily close. We might slide down till 172. But where do we short gold? Short gold below 182 for targets till 180, 177, 175, and ultimately 172. Go long on gold only and only above 187. Above 187, 190, 192, and 195. That's it. No trading range will be 182 to 185. This pure 3000 point, this will be no trading range. Got it, traders? All right. This was silver. So this was gold. So if you want you know in charts like this, what kind of analysis I can do? I can only do analysis on early time frame or 5 minutes time frame, because daily chart does not make any sense here, right? From my perspective, it should technically once at least go to early 200 EMA, but like it did here. If at all it does that, 200 EMA is still way below 156, 155, which is 30,000 points down, right? So I think from my perspective it should do that, but markets can stay irrational more than you can sustain in the market, so longer than you can sustain the market. So let's see. So do not, because it is extra overheated, do not go long unless 187 is taken out. This area will be area of grinding. Short, it will be a very good short below 182. That's it. Silver, same. Now silver, I think this will be last 1 to 2. I think gap ups can happen. At this point of time, exhaustion gap theory will come into effect, and once we start to break this trend, I think one move till I think 100 EMA like this is pending. So when that move will get triggered, I think when just exactly like that, when 5 hourly EMA will cut 20 EMA with a big candlestick, and even the moving averages gets crossed over, at that one time we can reach this thing. So because see what's happening is it's only rising in the gap up. Post gap up prior 6 7 early candlestick, there's nothing is happening. So at this point of time, there is no sense trading commodities like silver and gold. Better trade crude or natural gas, because intraday you won't get any momentum, because each and every momentum is being captured in gap up and gap down, right? Crude, we already discussed crude in last video that it will be bullish. Here we discussed crude like last, I remember. So above same plain theory, above prior daily high, keep you know uh, going bullish on it, buy on dips. It tried to break the buy on dips pattern here, but as soon as it retraced the whole candle, next 3 4 candles followed was very bullish. Now at this point of time, crude looks little bit overbought, but wait for a retest. See how crude moves is, it is a very very similar pattern. Whenever crude is up in early time frame above 5 EMA, don't try to long here. Try to long whenever the crude comes back till 100 EMA or 200 EMA. Try to long whenever the crude dips. So now if the crude dips with the support of this trend line, try to long here. If you, of course, if you can long at the current point of time, at the current price, you might get some points, but a good long can be added on buy and dips strategy. So 6,000 is a very good psychological number. If at all the markets they try to cross 6,000, target for 6,100, 6,200 and 6,250. All right. But if at all we dip below 5,900, so the first level will be 5,800 and 5,700. But I think from my point of view, crude looks ultra bullish, and try to buy on dips for crude. All right. Natural gas. Natural gas looks sideways for, I think it has, because it has done a very good rally from 250. See, natural gas, what natural gas is trying to do, it's in a rising channel. This one. So the moment we break out of this channel on the upside or on the downside, it will be a good move. Just wait for this channel to, you know, get broken out or broken down. Long, where you will go long, simple. Last resistance which is there, I think let's keep it as 338. Above 338, target for 340. Above 340, target for 343. Above 343, 350 and 360. Short NG very aggressively below 332. Below 332, aim for 330, 323 and 320. That's it. All right. So this was the complete discussion, traders. I hope I'm able to make you clear that how can you trade commodities and how can you trade Nifty and Bank Nifty tomorrow. Overall, from my perspective, Nifty looks very bullish. The data which has got added today, right? Unless and until something very negative comes in global markets or from India perspective, and I think this data has been added from the perspective of budget. Something very positive will come in budget, and the data is very very positive, right? So this was the complete analysis, traders. I hope you have liked it, and if you have not subscribed and you are watching without subscribing, please do subscribe to the channel. If you like it, leave a like, leave a comment. Cheers, stay safe in the market. Good evening.